I have a friend who actually I just met in Oklahoma, and he was very familiar and really enjoys New Mexico. He said everyone really sticks to the northern part of the state, but that he had incredible things that persuaded me to come to the southern part.
Gina and her friend have come to Dripping Springs to explore and discover its beauty. Our beloved mountains tower into the sky and are now protected by the federal government with their recent National Monument designation. The Oregon Mountains Desert Peaks National Monument was established on May 21, 2014 by President Obama. The monument includes almost 500,000 acres of land in 4 district areas: the Oregon Mountains, Desert Peaks, Portillo Mountains, and Doñana Mountains. How did this happen and what does it mean? Bill Childress has answers to our questions.
Well, 2 things occurred. There was a citizen's proposal for a national monument that was vetted through a citizens group to try to promote the establishment of a national monument. And then, of course, Senator Heinrich and Udall, they teamed together and introduced legislation. And through the course of that legislative process, the President, with the Secretary of Interior, made a decision to establish the national monument through proclamation.
We have all grown accustomed to our beautiful mountains and deserts. So what is going to change for those of us who enjoy our visits to these new monuments?
Right now, probably not anything, because we're working to establish monument signs at various vantage points along the national monument. It's 4 distinct areas, so we have a lot of different access points, and what we're trying to do is evaluate which access points immediately we should sign to establish the national monuments.
Yet, in time, things may change, but not as drastically as some fear.
I expect things to change. I can't be too pre-decisional on that because we will be required to do a land use management plan, a resource management plan. That'll take about 5 years, and we'll make some of those decisions, because what we'll look at is what things we can do to enhance the interpretive and recreational opportunity to visit our vast national monument.
I've heard other fears about how this new designation may affect ranchers who live in our area, so I brought it up to Bill Childress to get a clear answer to the concern.
Well, they aren't losing any privileges to graze on public lands, and once again, we're going to embrace the proclamation language in terms of using existing laws, regulations, and policies to administer grazing, and we have that in place today. We do health land assessments, we do 10-year permit renewals, and we lay out stipulations. Sometimes they change over the years, but we will honor those.
It appears that our beautiful surroundings are now protected and will be here for the long haul, for our children and grandchildren to enjoy, and even for those who have decided to come in from out of the state to see our new monuments up close.
I mean, I guess I was surprised, obviously, coming closer to see how much bigger they really were, but that shouldn't be a shock, I don't think. I thought it was really interesting how there's this one portion right here that's a little more sawtooth.
For City Beat, I'm Dominic Aragon.